Hello everyone. So welcome to Tea with Ravi, and today we will take a look at some of the significant updates from the Atlassian ecosystem. Now the first update is about smart links, and I believe last week I made a video on this topic, and I'm quite happy to see this update, this improvement in Confluence. So with the help of smart links, what you can do, you can of course embed your Jira issues, which was always possible. In your Confluence page, you can use Jira macro to insert of course issues, and those issues can be displayed in of course a simple table, or you can do basic reporting. Maybe you want to create a pie chart, and you can always insert single issue. And good thing about this integration that was always there between Jira and Confluence is that the information that you see in Confluence, let us say you're looking at a list of issues in Jira or in Confluence, not Jira, you will see the latest up-to-date status or whatever fields that you may have on your Jira issues. Let us say you want to look at the status along with maybe the priority, and whenever something changes in Jira, you can see that change in Confluence. Now what will happen? There are improvements to this. For example, what will happen now, you can also change the status of your Jira issues directly from Confluence. So this is amazing. This is really wonderful. Also, you can embed the whole Jira issue view in your Confluence, and that is again super useful because when you are within your Confluence, you have, let us say, some issues, and you want to maybe look at all the details, and maybe you want to update the status. You can do that very easily with the smart links. So this feature, I believe, is being rolled out, or it is already rolled out, because I can also see this in my instance. So do give it a try. Try to create links between Jira and Confluence. I mean, just embed or just use a Jira macro, and you should be able to see. I mean, if you're using just single issue, you should be able to see that option to modify the status of your issues. And by the way, I made one video on this topic to demonstrate how it works. It works wonderfully well. The next update is related to assets. Now, fortunately, I have worked quite a lot with Insight. Now, Insight, if you don't know, or if you're new to Jira, Insight was an app from a company called Riada, which was later renamed to Mindville, the company. But Insight was acquired by Atlassian. I think it has been few years now. And after the acquisition, what Atlassian did, they also launched Assets. Insight was renamed to Assets, and Assets is now available on Jira Service Management Cloud. And it was, of course, not the same feature-wise, but Atlassian has been doing a lot of improvements to Jira Service Management Cloud and Assets. Now, of course, we can create assets. We can basically create object schemas. I mean, the way it works is more or less same, but of course, feature-wise, it is probably not yet exactly the same. But good thing is that now when you create a new object schema, you don't have to basically do all the configurations from scratch, because you can now create these object schemas with the help of a template. So there are 3 templates: IT asset, management, people, and facilities. And these 3 templates will basically work together. It can work together, and you can obviously create your schema based on these templates to get started, especially in the beginning, because Insight, I remember, it was never really an easy app to use. You have to, of course, know how it works, but also you have to make it work with Jira issues. For example, when your customers are raising tickets from the customer portal, they have the option to specify the actual asset, and you can actually make it really specific to a particular person. For example, if I have to report something is not working, and I can maybe report only for my assigned assets. So this is amazing because in the beginning, if you are not sure how to use assets, if you are probably struggling, I think these templates will help you get started quickly and easily. The way it would work is, of course, you would simply, create these schemas with these templates. And good thing about Jira in general is that you can always modify. So in case you're new and you're struggling, use the templates, but feel free to modify these templates. Feel free to customize it. Maybe you want to add more attributes, you can. But I think when it comes to ITSM, when it comes to CMDB, things are quite standard. I remember I used to do a lot of ITSM deployments, and when it comes to ITSM itself is like very standard industry, standard process, best practices. So ITSM, ITIL practices are, of course, not too like varied if you compare it with software development, because when it comes to software development, even if someone is following Scrum, even if someone is following a particular methodology, they have their own way of working. But when it comes to ITSM, it is quite mature, and the way you would configure a tool, or the way you would expect the tool to behave, is very common with other organizations. And I'm happy to see this improvement in assets. I will definitely take a look at it, and maybe I'll make a video. I think I have made few videos on Insight, but I think I need to catch up with assets. There are, last time I checked, it was not yet there feature-wise, but I'm sure things have improved. The next update is about Jira Align. Now, Jira Align is another tool which was acquired by Atlassian. I mean, Align was acquired by Atlassian, and they renamed it to Jira Align, which is basically for enterprise planning. Especially if you're trying to do or follow safe methodologies, and Jira Align can help you. You can, of course, create your PI plans, and you can, of course, pull data from Jira. I noticed that there are some improvements to Jira Align, and most of these improvements are around integrations and some other API improvements. So what I believe you can expect now is some better integration with Jira. So there are, I believe, some new APIs, and apart from Jira, there is also this integration with Azure DevOps. So do take a look at these improvements in case you're using Jira Align. Not many people I know, not many organizations I know. I don't really have a lot of experience doing Jira Align implementations, because Jira Align itself as a tool, as compared to Jira, is not really a massively a configurable tool. You just start using it. You have to configure it, but it is not like Jira where you have to basically tweak everything. Jira is like on the other end of the spectrum when it comes to customizations. But Jira Align is, you of course, start using it. Of course, you need to make it work. You have to, of course, do all the configurations, but it is not massively customizable tool. But safe or enterprise planning, when it comes to managing multiple teams, and if you have like a big organization and they're all working together towards a common goal or initiative, a tool like Jira Align can be super useful. There are some other improvements, like to basically plan, track the work, and also forecasting. And I also noticed that they have improved or they have introduced this new navigation. So I think this can be a good thing. Jira or Atlassian has been a bit notorious when it comes to Jira Cloud, because they have been changing the UI. I think they have changed it quite, I remember at least 3 times. And now I think things are stable when it comes to the UI of Jira Cloud. I haven't really seen massive changes, but Jira Align, I mean, if you're using Jira Align, and maybe if you're not really happy with the old interface, now you have like a new navigation experience. So do take a look at it. And unfortunately, I don't really have like any recent plans or any upcoming plan to dive into Jira Align, because majority of my work that I do is around Jira. But from time to time, I do encounter things related to Jira Align. So maybe I'll make more videos. Maybe I will talk about Jira Align. Who knows? The next update is about Confluence. And Confluence, but Confluence Premium and Enterprise version, there is now automation. So you can do some automations, if not a lot, in Confluence on enterprise and premium version. And now I noticed that there is a new action to create Jira issues from Confluence. So this can be interesting, and I think there there are like a lot of use cases so far when it comes to integration with between Confluence and Jira. At least on data center version, we used to do a lot of wonderful things using REST API or script runner. I think now, with the help of Confluence automation, these two tools will help the teams collaborate better and deliver efficiently. And at the same time, I can see that Atlassian is improving these automations. And I think Atlassian is, I think they have realized that they have to do something about Confluence. Confluence is great. It is simple, it works. But at the same time, I think there are alternatives in the market. I think the best part about Confluence is that it works really well with Jira. I think that is why people just stick to Confluence, even if they're not really happy with all the other features of Confluence. I think having a very tight integration with Jira is probably one very good reason, and especially with this automation, where you can. I mean, we just noticed. Now we have like a smart link, so you can update your Jira issues from Confluence, and now you can also create Jira issues from Confluence. Earlier there was an option, I mean there is still an option to basically create a product, like when you're working on your requirements in Confluence on a page, you can actually convert a table to maybe an epic or epics, and that worked really well. But now you can also maybe create some tickets or some issues in Jira based on some events. I will definitely take a look at it, and I'll probably make a video on this topic on how to create an issue from Confluence to Jira using Confluence automation. And the last update video of the week. Now, last week I went outside. Now, most of my videos are, of course, in my room. That is where I make my videos. That is where I work from. But last week I went out a couple of times. I mean, I do go out almost every day, but I went out especially to make a video. And I made this video on Jira training, which you can watch on my channel. I'll, of course, share the links. And by the way, all the updates that you are listening to, or all the updates that I'm talking about, you can find the links. You can find a link on my site where you can easily go through these updates one more time, and you will find all the links. Now, talking about this video, don't spend too much time on Jira training. We are, of course, aware of, and we are all we are all aware, and we know the benefits of training, education, communication. Now, I've noticed, and it happens quite a lot, in some organizations, people spend way too much time on rolling out Jira and training their employees. I think Jira is a tool that will enable you to deliver, but Jira should not be your end goal. If you want to roll out Jira, you should not really always and only focus on Jira rollout. You should actually focus on the outcome. Like if you're going to use Jira, of course, train your employees. At the same time, focus on some kind of education, regular education, but don't focus only on training. And I think it can also hamper. It can also basically stop you and slow you down when it comes to rolling out Jira, because if you spend too much time training, if you spend too much time rolling out Jira, then you are in a way not really able to deliver, and that is your end goal. You need a tool that will enable you to collaborate with others, engage with others, bring efficiency, transparency, and at the same time simply deliver. I think that should be your end goal. I think in the beginning you should just get started and find a balance, and finding a balance is actually the key. And that is where I think you might, in some cases, or maybe depending upon the maturity in your organization, you need like some Jira competency. It could be some internal competency, or it could be a consultant that can help you and guide you to get started, and of course not just roll out Jira, but also help you to deliver. All right, that is it. So these are the updates from last week. I hope you found this video, you found this podcast useful, and you also learned something new today. Thank you very much. Bye bye.